Okay, I believe I'm live. Hello, everybody. As I lose the screen. There we go. Wonderful. Hi. I also said hi in the chat. Hi, it's JJ from IBM. IBM. I'm a developer advocate for the IBM and IBM Cloud. And today I am going to be working on some Ansible and hopefully some Docker to clone HackerNews. If you didn't know, HackerNews is one of the it's a log aggregator by a bunch of nerds. It's kind of like the next generation of Slashdot, if you knew what Slashdot was. And I was playing around on some self-hosted work, run some other stuff, and I was curious to see if there are any clones of it. Well, it turns out it's actually HackerNews is a clone of another project that has kept moving forward called ARC. Hey Mo, how you doing? And my goal here today is to write a simple playbook to deploy it, and then from there, probably write a little container, Docker file. Hopefully, do it too. So if somebody wanted to play around with it, the actual code and the infrastructure, they don't have to go through all of the process of doing it. I'm going to be running this on some local machines. I'm not going to. It's just going to be faster iterations for me, and then from there, hopefully I'll push this out. I'm only planning on streaming for a little while. I have some meetings after this, but I wanted to at least start this process to hopefully have someone learn for what I'm doing. So let's get going. I will switch over my screen. There we go. So first thing first, if you've never seen HackerNews, and I can't find my links for the life of me, this is HackerNews. So it's, as I said, it's a log aggregator. There's a bunch of people post things on it. It's not exactly there we go. So I had a nice little ban from someone spamming us inside of the chat. That's always fun. But yes, as you see, this is a HackerNews. It's pretty straightforward. It's just basically a log aggregator, a lot of conversation, comments, point system to have things jump to the top, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just pretty nice. It does what we need. So as I was doing research on this, let me bring up my other window here. And of course, I can't find it because that's the way these things work. If we go to this link right here, copy, pull this over here, and then go here. Turns out what HackerNews is based off of is a dialect of Lisp called ARC. Yes, I know it's kind of a rabbit hole here, and I was very surprised myself. But what they've created is this project called ARC uses something called Racket to be able to install what's required. And then they have this news app, which is actually the news app that is the basis under HackerNews. It was according to a lot of the this right here, as you see here, comes with news bundled as a HackerNews style app. Turns out it's not actually, it's not, from what I can tell, it's almost a one-to-one relationship. So it's real interesting. I'm going to go ahead and just start doing the work, I guess. So I have this machine right here, down news. It is, nothing's on this box. I just installed it. It's a Fedora machine. PS3X more. Obviously that's, you'll see nothing running on here. There's no websites or anything. So if I do grep So if I go to this URL and or IP address, news.asgarlabs.io, oops, news.asgarlabs.io. As you can see, there's nothing there. Also, I'm going to HTTPS, I should be going to HTTP, but that's beside the point. So obviously there's nothing on that machine. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have a couple of playbooks I've written, as you can see here, that are kind of my default kind of starting playbooks that I play with. They're all kind of just spur out, and anything good I end up pushing under my namespace. If you haven't seen, go here, and then repositories, look for playbook. As you see, I have a core DNS playbook, a Tiger VNC one, cache playbook, PHPBB, and a Postfix Gmail playbook. Converting a CentOS 8 to CentOS 8 stream. And this folding at home playbook really isn't that great. But as you see, as soon as I get something useful that I know I'm going to need in the future, I just push it up to my GitHub. So my goal here is to be able to get that going. I'm surprised my NTP playbook isn't up there, which is something I'm actually building off of. If you look here, if I go into the HackerNews clone playbook, if you'll see here, the README actually says NTP because I just copied it over. So let's go ahead and do the right thing and do HackerNews clone playbook. This is an automated way to install and configure a clone of HackerNews. I'm going to use the same command that I always do, which is I go in as root and I run the playbook. It's going to be tested on, this is actually a Fedora 33 machine right now. Normally I do CentOS, but I'm doing Fedora today. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up VS Code here, because this might actually be a little bit more useful to have with VS Code on this one. Let me just go ahead and open up our playbook and our YAML. So as you see here, this is just the install NTP things. It's pretty straightforward, but we're going to take this as an influence and move forward from there. I'm going to go ahead and open up a new terminal so I can see my terminal here. I'm going to do tmux, as you notice I have tmux back there, attached to that. And then I'm going to Control D out of this. There we go. And now I have that same tmux session that I had earlier down here. So I can now start working when I need to and copy and paste if I need to into VS Code. It's a neat little trick. It's really neat to see that VS Code actually does the work we wanted to. Hopefully, can you all hear me? Is there a sound coming out? Okay, good. Okay, so first thing first is we need to install something called Racket on the machine. So if you look, I took some notes earlier, so I'm going to try to emulate what I did earlier. I'm going to walk through everything from the beginning. So here we go. We're going to come up to here, install a HackerNews clone. I like having a variables file just already built. We can come back and change to whatever we need later. At least right now, I include the vars and it brings in anything that I want to variabilize later. That's a weird word, variabilize. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do this is literally what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk through using Ansible or the Ansible docs and the different modules to be able to do this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and install EPL just because it seems like something I might need at some point. Then what we're going to do is we are going to pull down the source code and or I believe it's it's a pull down the install script. install script for Racket. So what it does is a wget. So it'll be a get URL. So what I'm going to do is use the get URL here. Here's a good example down here. And I'm going to put it in probably temp. Seems reasonable. So I'm just copy this right here and then paste it. Fix the YAML because YAML. There we go. And then URL. Oops. There we go. And okay. There we go. So now I'm going to grab the URL, which is this one right here. Copy this. Copy. Paste that. And as you see already, we have a version number here. So after I get this working at least once, what I usually do is I pull these version numbers out and put them in the variables file. So if I do want to update it to a different version, I don't have to find and replace throughout everything. It's already done there for me, which is nice. All right. So, but first thing first, we got to get the thing working before we start playing around in that world. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this in at temp Racket 7.9.sh, just in case it sticks around for longer than it should. And we're going to give it 0755. Because we're going to actually execute it, we need to execute it on that. All right. So then the next thing we do is we're actually going to need to run it. So what we're going to do is run the install script for Racket. There's a handful of ways of doing this. I like the way of just using something called the shell resource. Just it seems to work how I want it to. You can also use a command if you want, but I'm going to do shell. Next. There we go. Execute shell commands on targets. Also, I'm going to try to do, you might notice that I'm using just the built-in or the batteries included versions of Ansible here. There are plugins to do, I use something from Galaxy to be able to make stuff happen. But for me right now, I'm really trying to use just the built-in resources before moving into the Galaxy. I want to feel really confident using this. And if I get this working within the time frame that I have here, that's one of those times that I'll feel like I can start learning a little bit more. As you can see, it basically just says execute commands, use random scripts or whatever. So what we're going to do is we are going to use this one with the command here with change dir. So we'll do cmd. We want to do bash of racket.79.sh. And we want to change dir into temp to do that. And then eventually we want to do a creates something. I'm going to comment this out for now, but eventually when we get everything installed, we want this to be idempotent. So if this thing already has the sh script already inside of the temp directory, it's not going to run again. And then I don't want to rerun the install script. So we're going to have to find something inside of creates here, or creates a file like an Etsy Racket or something like that. So when it looks for it and sees it, it doesn't worry about it. I'm a bad engineer here, but I like turning off the firewall just because it gets frustrating for me. Eventually, we'll probably want to create a service for this too, so we can keep that there. But now that we've pulled it down and we've installed it, now we need to install ARC, which is back to no, I'm sorry. This is the one we need to. We need to install. Well, first we need to run just install the SHA package when we have Racket installed. So what we're going to do is we are going to. Oops. we're going to come here, name, install the shell package via bracket. And what we'll do is do shell again, cmd, oops. And that is bracket package SHA. Now it's very important to notice that this is no longer being run as root. So we're going to need to now try to figure out a way to run this command as our user that we're going to run. As you see here, password. I don't have any. Oh, I do. I have an admin user. So what I'll do is I'll run this as admin user, an unprivileged mode, so we can make sure that that shows up how we want to. So we need to figure out how to run shell as a different user. Can we do that? No, it seems that we can't. Let's see here. Okay, so already we need to run this command as another user. So Ansible run as user, run command as user. Here we go. Do I run become, and do I use become to become something lower? Become user, here we go. And that's what I wanted. Perfect. So we want to run this as under name become user admin. See here, so that'll run that as admin. Next, what we need to do is I'm going to need to install Git, because I'm actually going to Git clone something down. I believe there is a Git resource that we can use also. Git. Here we go. Deploy software files from Git checkouts. Perfect. So install, become admin. Now what we need to do is name check out ANARKI to a working directory. Become user of admin. This will probably be something else we verbalize later. The default to admin, because this is obviously for me, but I'll put it inside the documentation that you can change it as an extra variable, which is nice. Okay. So we want to git excuse me. And then I want to do repo. We are going to do this right like, we're going to do a Git clone down here, copy this. Here we go. And then we want to dist to home admin take and a carry. We can figure out a better place to put that soon, but because it has a built-in web server and it'll be listening on port 8080 anyway, again, this is just a proof of concept so you can play around with the HackerNews clone. We'll just do that for now and we'll come back later on. Okay. Then what we need to do is run AR/ARC, I believe. Is that what the instructions say? Yep. So then we need to, again, take another shell command right down here. Run the /arc.sh to configure. So we'll come over into this one, and we'll do /a or bash arc.sh. And then I believe shell also has a change dir directory or change dir. I believe it is still change dir, but I want to make sure. Change dir. Yep, there we go. So change dir to home admin. There we go. And again, like I said, I'll probably end up variabilizing that too. It's good. All right. And then let's see here. Let's see here. Now, where am I? So now I've cloned it. I've brought it back down. And then we need to go into a deeper directory after the install has started. And then we need to run app news, and it just starts running. So we'll do run news. And then we need to change there into apps/news, become that user. And I'm going to be gross for right now and do run news and then background it. And then don't need to worry about, come on. Don't need to worry about this anymore either. Okay, so I believe we have at least our initial pass here. The goal is to be able to get what we want done, obviously. So, come on. Write that. Okay. So then how do I go out of the terminal? Click. Okay. So then we'll come up to here. And what I'll do is SSH root at news.asgarlabs.io. Prove that I can get in. Good. So then what I can do is cat the inventory, or sorry, the hosts. Make sure that it's looking in the correct place. It is. So what you can do is playbook, of course, grep, playbook, readme. There you go. So we need this guy. Put that there. Of course, that copy and paste didn't work. That is very annoying. Ansible, playbook, I host u root, okay, playbook, main.yaml. And there we go. And you know what? I'm already not liking this at the bottom here. Let's close that. Let's bring up iTerm. Oops, wrong one. Make that small. Make this nice and big for y'all. And then go to tmux ls. Attach target HackerNews. There we go. Still thinks that one's open. Why is that? Tmux. Trash that. There we go. All right, we're back. We're cooking with fire now. Okay, so if I go to Z HackerNews, back in my directory, Ansible, playbook, host new role. There we go. And let's see it work. Okay. This is what we're expecting. We're installing the EPL. And then just to prove on over here, Git is not found. Git's not found. So as soon as it's finished doing the EPL, then it'll install Git for us. Or at least that's the plan. Let's see. So I don't have any questions or thoughts. I'd love to see you put something in the chat just so I know I'm not just talking to myself. Maybe. We'll see. There we go. Up and package EPL is not available. So, because this is a Fedora box, you don't need EPL. Ooh, what is that? I did not mean to do that. Here we go. So let's go ahead and just delete that. And then come back to this one and run it again. There we go. That's actually wrong now, that task name, which is unfortunate, but I'll fix that next time. It's bound to break again. So I need to fix that. I also need to add that Python deprecation warning in there to default it to the new version, but that's fine. Now, if I remember correctly, this will start the application on port 8080, and we will see that momentarily. What I'm going to do also is I'm going to delete this machine that we're first provisioning on when we get in a good state, and then we're going to start variabilizing things. And then from there, building a Docker container is pretty easy because you just take more or less the same thing and you just write some documentation around it and write a Docker file for it. So let's see how that goes. We should go back to this other machine now. Maybe. Back here, we don't need that. So if we do Git, there's Git for us. pswx grep h. So there's our racket. Perfect. Is this where I find out that racket has some things we need to fill in? And nothing's happening. So if we go into cd temp -racket. So we need that. Okay. So now we need to figure out a way to add some things here. Yes. I believe. Okay, so there were some questions we had to answer. One, and enter. Now, is there a way to run this without that? Here we go. Command line flags, Unix style. So if I do bracket Unix or help, so we can do Unix style you can do just user, sure, why not? So we'll do racket in or racket uninstall first and run this again. There we go. So now we just need to add this line or these to our racket user because this is now what's required. So this is now install Git. And then we run this, we need to, and this is another quite good place for variablize. Then when this actually runs, we look for this file. So we can do that over here. And redo, whatever. Paste. There we go. So now we won't have to run this all each time. Okay. So let's come over to this guy again and run this. Should already see Git. There we go. Jumped it already. Now it's installing the SHA package, which is what we wanted. So if I go in as sudo su admin in my home directory, it's already there. What did you not like? Aha. So this caught me last time too. We need to install LDRAP or something to that effect. So let's bring this back over here. I lost my mouse. There we go. And this is RL wrap. All right, so let's come back over here and run that again. Installing Git. Oh, it's not just installing Git, it's also installing that rwrap, so I should change that name. Oh, here we go. So that's already installed. So we need to figure out how to do a check on Raco help. So where do you put everything? Let's see here. Create an executable. Setup. Raco setup. It looks like user share racket. This is called SHA, I believe. Packages. Show completion. That's not what I want. None of that. I need to figure out where they install packages. PWD, user share racket looks good. But now I need to maybe user local share. User local. Raco help. Setup t out.text. I have a feeling it's too big and it'll pass it through my buffer, so I don't have that very top bit. I just want to see what the files are. So I'm assuming the setup doesn't break anything, or at least it shouldn't. Ooh, permission denied. Interesting. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. But whatever. User share. It's under. Looks like it's user share. Oh, here we go. Collection path. So cd home admin dot local. Wait, really? Okay, so I don't have that. Maybe it's under here. Now let's PKG. Not seeing the SHA anywhere. User share. Find that. Grep SHA. Oh, that was fun. See a directory anywhere? Tell us package. If I do SHA racket or Racco PKG install SHA. Looks like it puts in the collection or main package. So maybe it is there now. No. Here we go. This is now showing up. So cool. Packages. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we can come down over here. And when we want to install this, we do a creates that, grab this. And if this is there, you go ahead and skip it. We're going to put the whole URL or F, whatever it's called, home admin here. There we go. So we can run this again. And let's see what happens this time. Oh no. What don't you like? What don't you like? Creates. Oh. That. There. Delete that. Ah! Shit. Back up. Force a habit there. All right. Come back over here. Run that. My terminal reports width of 0. Is it Emacs? I can't handle this. Sorry. My terminal width is 0. I can't handle this, which I am sorry. What? So if I come into here, go there, ARC. Interesting. So this do I actually need to do this now? I don't think I do. I mean, dash or cd. Why do I do that again? I don't need to do the rebel. So if I do cd apps news, dash run news, and let's background it. Now it does still initialize, but I'm once again not using actual REPLs, so maybe I don't have to worry about that. But we'll see. So let's comment that one out. Come back to that later. Oh, interesting. Oh no, it's not. It's actually not that. Okay. So permission denied. Cannot make directory. So it needs to create a directory called www. So what we'll do after this is create the www directory and become user of admin file, and that is a file over here. File, and that's when we're just reading it. So is it? I thought it was file, where you can create files. Okay, not what I was looking for. Oh, here we go. Modules, file. So I need to create a directory. Here we go. So that is path, because why not? Path of home admin ARKI. Apps news www. Let's double check if that's not actually there. It is not. So apps news www, and it is state of directory, state directory, mode of 0. Where's everything else at? Oh, it's shell A. 644. Mode of 644. Okay. Now, this, let's try run use again. I didn't actually create the directory today. Oops. Oh. Story of my life right there. Okay. So PSVX grep news fail-9 of this guy. There we go. Let's see here. What I'll do is mkdir www permission denied. Oh, it's all in by root. What? That's a problem. Interesting. So put in the correct place. Didn't actually become that user though. Is it all still in root? It is. Huh. Okay, so I need to figure out a way to make sure that Git resource actually checks it out as the correct person or correct user. Okay, so clone. No, recursive, no. I need to clone it as a specific user. Or I could just write, I could just do a chain zone of each of them, right? That might actually be easier. Ah, come on, really? So let's go back to that file. And then we'll come back over here. We don't need this for now. So after this, what we'll do is name. This is really annoying. Name, change the ownership to the admin, or once again, I'll put that in later. User, file, path of home admin, ANARKI. And we want to show everything to a different user, which I believe I can just do this and then recursive. More correctly. There we go. Yes. So we'll do recurse. Yes. Walk through the whole thing. Owner of admin group of admin. There we go. So then I can come over here now and home admin. And then I can do change own R admin to that. I can go back up to admin. So we should now see, there we go. So apps news, PDR www. There we go. So then we can do dash run news. Initializing, let's see if we can get past that www error. There we go. Now we're ready to serve on port 8080. And for whatever reason, we still create that terminal. But more importantly, we go to news.io, port 8080, and oh, the firewall's still up. Okay. Curious, does that actually work? Control B, there we go, news. News. System CTL, stop firewall D. There we go. Yay! We now have our, so we can do create a new account of JJ, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Asgar@gmail.com. Sign up. There I'm in. So now I can just do submit, title, is this working? I like writing text. There we go. Isn't that cool? Awesome. So, but there's no database or anything. It's all just run in this ARC language, which I thought was kind of weird. And it even has a bookmarklet in there too. So we can just push this over into here if we wanted to, for instance, and go to Amazon. Sure, why not? And the theory here is I should be able to click on post to this. It's because I don't have that stuff set. So we can do news.asgardlabs.io. This is something we do with variables later. There we go. Submit. Oh, oops. Amazon.com. Submit. And there's Amazon.com. Pretty cool, huh? I like that. Okay. So now we've got a working thing and it works with that backspace. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my hypervisor here and delete this we called news. Delete news. So that's fine. Don't care about that right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to clone another one called news 2. Why not? The reason I'm doing this is because my DHCP, I've just been too lazy to change it, and it sticks around for about an hour or so after you delete it before it resets everything. So it's just easier for me to create a new machine, as you see here in a second. And it talks to my DNS, and I go SSH root at news2.asgardlabs.io. Give it a minute. Come on. Which made a liar out of me. Let's go back over here while that's doing that stuff, and we will make this big. We will split this and open this up. On this guy, we will turn this into the variables. So first thing first, we need to create a user. That's good enough for me. Admini. Okay, so then we can find anywhere with admini in here. Search admini. Replace that with this user. It looks right. Nothing too crazy. Yeah. Admini. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we're able to add SSH into our box now. Oh. Why not? Search list. There it is right there. YouTube. Uh-oh. This isn't good. Let's see here. There used to be a way for me to tell what IP it got. And I am completely blanking on that. It was a first command. They're all the undefined. These are all just building stuff. All right, so let's just go into VMs, and do center Fedora 33 clone of Muse 3. One of the beautiful parts about owning your own hypervisor or machine, you can just spin up as many machines as you want to see what works. Here we go. And then just to be on the safe side, CentOS 8, and we'll call this Muse C. Why not? There you go. That one worked. I guess Muse 2 was just angry with me. Okay. What I will do next is come over to here to hosts, change this into Muse 3. And let's give this a shot. Actually, hang on. Before we do that, what was the next thing we wanted to? Oh, there we go. Bracket version of 7.7.9. So we can look for 7.9. And we turn this into bracket version. And that looks right. Okay. And then what is something else we can change? We can get rid of this because we knew that didn't actually do what we wanted it to. And enable the firewall. The right thing to do would be to put the 8080 in there, but let's just delete it for now. This looks right. Okay. So write that. Write that. Come back over here. And we broke something. Aha. Okay. So this is in line 33. So this actually needs to be like so, because it needs to interpolate it. And then still isn't like 33. Interesting. Okay. Close that. Close that. Now, why don't you like that? Maybe I can just get rid of ticks. For that. Nope. Okay, so maybe we do this. Seems kind of dumb. No. Okay, so let's look up creates here. And this is under shell. Under shell. Creates file name when exists, it will not run. Exactly what I want to see. But where is... Oh. That's a problem. Maybe what I could do is delete this because we know it fails. There's a way to ignore failures. Ignore errors. There we go. Ignore errors. Minimize that. No, hit the wrong button. Sorry. Looking at the wrong screen. Ah! Go away. There we go. Ignore errors. Yes. Copy. Paste. So if it tries to install it twice, we saw that big error saying, hey, I can't do that. And this is us telling it, that's fine, just keep moving forward. Okay, this is line 30. Line 33 again. No. Let's see here. Oops, wrong one. Looks like I'm going to have to do this for everyone, so I might as well just say now. Oops. So, oops. Ah. There we go. And this one. That might not work now. We'll see. All right, let's see how that goes. No, did not like that either. Okay. Interesting that the racket version worked, but not the user. Is user a... Oh, maybe user's a... Oh, son of a... Install user. Back up here. Oops. Search user to install user. I think that one. Yeah, I think that's it. User's a special word in Ansible. There's a resource named after it. Oops. Right. So come back over to here. Nope. I didn't like it either. Oh, here we go. Oh, that got really weird. 59. Become user. Install user. I need these double. Ah! I'm just not being able to type now. This is very embarrassing. There we go. I am very much in the zone here. I'm sorry, I'm not talking at all. But that is really wrong. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's search for any that space that. Okay, you need to become that. Yes. Any of that, and that. Any user. So still have a problem with that. I don't think I need this anymore, so let's go ahead and just minimize that. This one right here, user. What are you missing? What don't you like? Missing a colon. Oh, haha. Whoopsie. There we go. Now let's try this again. Nope. 59. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we get. Well, it's going root at news 3. SUX grep news. There we go. Let's just see if it starts up. I think, yeah, Docker container is going to be much easier because we already have all the steps here. You just kind of have to copy and paste them into the, well, I mean, while this is going, why don't I start that? Come back over here. And then new file of Docker file. From Fedora latest run. What I can do is just split that, close that, come back up here, and then run enf-y install git and rl rep, and then did it. Continue with, oh, I don't think wget's installed. Wget do wget dash o or o temp bracket sh to. Turns out I do need this. Nope, not this one. Turns out I do need this one. This one. Copy. Nope, we're finished. So let's see where we are. There we go. That's the beginning of that. Okay, so it didn't start it. X more. Top. Crazy. No. More. Things jumping out of me. So what did you actually do it? Sudo rsu admin g apps news x correct run. Nope. Run news. Here we go. So collection not found. Didn't you run the SHA? You did. Rocco AG install SHA. You ran it, but you didn't run it. What is going on here? Hey there, I can't say your name. I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, not much. I am trying to get this to work. I got most of it working all the way. I am about 45 minutes till getting off, unfortunately. And I'm getting close to thinking that I should probably pivot to the Docker container because it might actually be easier. But we'll see. Yeah. Close, hopefully. We'll see. Yeah. That's the reason why my name is JJ. I can't pronounce names. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. JJ is easy for me to remember how to spell also. Like, you think it's a joke, but it's true. I'm a horrible speller. Okay, so this is now back up. So we should be able to come back over to news 3 asgarlabs.io, port 8080. And we didn't see it. Why didn't we see it? Because we don't have the right. Yeah, we do. Permission denied. What? CD www. Change mod 644 www. That's what I have it at, isn't it? www. What the hell is it? www. It's a directory. So maybe 755? www. Oh, wow. My bad. Okay, so we need to change that directory to 755. Okay. Then, Oh, maybe that's the reason why it failed. That makes sense. Okay, so let's go back to my hypervisor. Delete, use 3. Let's do vim hosts, use 5, use 3, and Git Clone, use 5. All right, let's see where we're going. Just get a new machine going. While that's going, let's go ahead and continue on with this. So we wget it down into there, then we can do, oops. There we go. And then bash temp. Bash temp. Why are you bracket .sh Unix style dash dist user do that. Okay. Then we need to, after that's done, we want to go to user 101. I want to change run change group to home or SRV maybe. No. Need to run Racco pkg install SHA. I feel I'm already going off on the rails here. I feel I'm going to go back to that. Okay, so that's done. I should be able to go to SSH root at news 5. Let's go to labs.io. There we go. Machine's up. It's on my DNS. Perfect. So then I should be able to do cat hosts. I changed that. I did. All right. Playbook. See where we're getting now. There's an idea that I probably should have done this with the debug logging on just so I can see more. But, I'm already this far in. It would be really nice to know if this clone, Docker, or HackerNews clone is the one code they're actually running. I haven't been able to confirm or deny it. It's true. It's been I've gotten really far already on this. And the more I've been using Ansible, the more I'm liking it. It just has this nice flow to it where it's sort of how you're thinking. But I haven't really. I need to do like more day 2 stuff with Ansible, and also the things I've been doing. I need to learn to use roles as my default way of thinking about it, but I'm not quite there yet. Okay, so everything ran successfully, or at least as successfully as it could. News 5. .io. Again, psvx news. Still not actually running. Okay, so admin. What did you fail on? Local? Didn't install SHA again, huh? Okay, so if I go here to apps news. I run news. Oops. Ah, come on. Should fail because no shell. Yep, just as I thought. Okay, so why did you... Is there a command that I'm running after the fact that's cleaning things up? Maybe I should put this down here. So it will run just before the running of the news. So maybe the changing the ownership. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Rocco, KG, Stall, Shaw. Hi, Gang. I can't. I'm sorry. Lequanga, maybe Ganga. Yes. Hi. We're actually working on trying to create an Ansible playbook and a Docker file to basically create a HackerNews clone that exists. This thing's called. I'll put this in the chat for you here just now. There is a direct clone of HackerNews called out of this ARC language. And it looks like it's feature complete. And it seems that there's a strong chance that might actually be the same one. So I'm trying to create a playbook so you can just take that playbook and deploy it yourself to play around with it automatically if you needed to. Or my theory was also a container, so you can just pull a container down and then have a HackerNews like build. You never know when you might need it, so trying to help out. So, but I'm getting stuck in some things. We're getting close though. I can taste it. Just can't quite land it. Here we go. We're starting it, and there we go. So then I should be able to come to News 5 over here. And there it is. So obviously there's nothing in here, but I can still do all that stuff if I want. Even has a built-in RSS, so that's kind of cool. All right, so by moving that over, let's go ahead and delete 5 again. And then I guess I don't really have to worry about idempotency quite yet because this is just brand new, right? So I'll take that out. You're only supposed to run this once to build the thing. So we'll play that card right now. 755 actually made that work. And then Racco Pit. Okay, cool. So then what I'll do is create a 6-1. And let's see, here we go. Come back up over here, Vim hosts 6. All right. Use 6. That's got about something. There we go. Perfect. So then I can do playbook run. Making progress, I think. We'll see. We will see. installing Git. Let's see what other things we can put in this README. I'll put the license in here too while that's going on. Copy. There we go. HackerNews, copy. Holding home license to here. Cat holding cat holding home. README. Grab. Whatever. Okay. SSH root at news 6. Yes, UX grep news. Still not actually running. Add mini app news. Run news. Thinking about it. Once again, the SHA is not there. Huh. Why is that not showing up? Racco package install SHA. I can take this command, copy, paste it in right here, and it goes and does its job. I wonder if there's like a quiet option or something. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Because now I see ready to host on port 8080. I'm really stumped here. There we go. Now, quit. If I do that, see if it does what I want it to. Now this should just, because it's background, it should do exactly what I want. There we go. And oh, interesting. Oh. You can't run this in the background. Well, that's unfortunate. I don't think this is possible. I mean, if there's a way for me to like We've used no hop. No hop dash run news. Is it new hop? Is it no hop? I don't remember. It's all right. But I have to have it in the terminal. Why is that? Double check no hop. I thought that was a command. No hop. Next command. Yeah. It's like pushed into the background. So no hop bash news. I go back into root at news 6. See that loading sudo admin go cat no apps news cat about. Ooh, that's interesting. ESWX corrupt news. Oh, I already have 2 of them running. The no hop's actually doing. Okay, well, we should figure that one out now. So we can do no hop that guy. You know what we're gonna do? Echo pkg install SHA thing dot. There we go. Let's just. There we go. And back to my hypervisor. Try 7th one. Oh, it's smart. I do something easier. Whatever. 7. All right, with that clone. Give it a minute to catch up to DNS. All right. At news 7. So, oh, there we go. Making progress. Run this again. Let's see how this works now. Do 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 do. Oh, while I was doing that, I was going to open up open a new folder. I was going to cd folding at home, c dot going to take my README here, grab all this, copy that into here, paste that. There's so many places that I get that wrong. Rename. Nice. All right. This will be interesting. I'll have to come back to this one. Right now, I don't want that. Okay. Oh, interesting. Does it just hang? But it actually started, but Ansible doesn't. Oh man. Okay, so Ansible no hop command. Oh no, there we go. Because I should be able to go to news 7 dynamicscarlabs.io :8080. Damn. I would have thought this would have started up by now. Oh, because it hasn't the. Oh, jeez. CTL stop firewall D. Now this should show up. Yep. Well, not quite. Really? With like no errors either? Oh, come on. Use shell instead of command. I thought I was using shell. Playbook. Yeah, I am using shell. Oh, that didn't answer my question. That's exactly what I originally did. That's not great. Did you stop yet? We're running. We're still having problems. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and put a couple notes in here. This is almost fully working, but having some issues starting the application. Use at your own risk. There we go. All right, so create a little repo. or I haven't actually created the repo yet. I should probably do that. SSH ood search list delete use 2 C and 7. There we go. I went ahead and nuked it. What I'll do here is I'll do git init, and then I will go back over to here, to GitHub, JJ Asgar, and repositories. We'll create a new repository. No templates. We're going to call this HackerNews Clone Playbook. A playbook to install ARC language and run a HackerNews clone. Public, create that repository. And then I will git add period search list. Looks good. I don't have no templates. And templates, cronny, touch, templates, git.keep. Eventually, what I want to do is I want to be able to change out the www directory with some static files, change the names and things. So that's why I'm keeping that templates around for now. But it's not going to be very useful until I can actually get the thing up and running. So, you know. All right, it looks like it's all there. Commit. Initial commit. All right. Change the branch to main because that's what we should be doing. Add this. And then we'll push it. Almost got it, but not quite, didn't quite stick the landing. So maybe I'll continue on, try to get this done over this next week. This is one of those moments that I know that I'm just banging my head against a wall. Because, you know, that's what happens with engineering work. Sometimes you just realize that things are going wrong. So hopefully y'all learned something, walking through the kind of how at least I use Ansible. I realize it's probably not the best way to do it, but I kind of just take that bash script, I convert it in, start variabilizing things, iterate. I do need to figure out a better way to do my VMs. As you saw, that was kind of labor intensive each time. Find some type of wrapper. I know Test Kitchen for Chef used to do something along those lines, but I don't need everything that Chef has on that. Maybe it's worth me looking into maybe creating a Python script or something that I can iterate on this stuff, but I don't know. Oh yeah, thank you so much too, man. It means a lot that you stuck around and shown up. One of these days, we'll cross paths again, and we'll be able to celebrate again. All right, everybody, take it easy, and I'll be back next week. Watch my Twitter or you know, just come back next week this time. You should see me. Bye.